Hi, this is a short demonstration video of a Sony receiver. Model number STR-GX69ES. This is Sony's ES series, which is their elevated standard. They're supposed to put a little more quality into these, and you know, they're pretty nice units compared to their standard line. These are just supposed to be a little bit of a higher grade. So I'll start around back here. This unit's pretty big and heavy. It's got a huge transformer in it. Let's start here with there's the model number and the serial number for reference. Okay, so on this side we've got some rear speaker outputs. So this does, you know, kind of have a surround setup. It's not like a modern 5.1 or anything like that, but it does have you know, with HDMI. This one does not have HDMI, but it, you know, it does have all these outputs for surround sound. So there's your rear speaker, and these are just those spring-loaded type terminals. And then there's the center speaker terminals too. And then for the front speakers, this has a impedance switch in here. You can switch it from 4 to 6 ohms or 8 ohms or 8 to 16 ohms. A lot of amplifiers don't have that, but I assume that, you know, this one has it because it's a you know, the ES series line from Sony. It's a little bit higher grade, so they're gonna have some added features. And then here's your front speakers. You've got an A and a B here for these, and there's those posts. You can use them with a banana type jack, or you know, you can just thread in. You can thread in, not thread in, but you can insert your wire in through here and then tighten it down if you want to do it that way too. So I like the banana type connectors myself. They're just so much easier. You just plug them in and don't have to worry about twisting these and getting the wire stuck in there wrong or something like that. So yeah, so there's your front speaker connections there. And then over here you've just got all your video inputs and outputs, and you've got some shunts over here that I think you can use these. You know, you could probably use this as a preamplifier. I haven't looked at the manual for this, I don't have it, but that might be what these are for. If you pull these out, you might be able to use this as like a preamplifier configuration. But don't quote me on that. That's something you'll need to see. Keep shorted plug, insert unless using these terminals. Okay, yeah. And then you got your center and your rear, in and out, tape monitor. You got a video 1, video 2, laser disc, another tape, and a DAT in and out for your digital audio tape. And this is a CD here, and then a turntable phonograph input there, and of course your antenna connections for your receiver here. So yeah, This unit's in really nice shape. You know, one thing I noticed, I had the top off of it earlier, and you know, they use these are actually machine screws. There's two here, and then there's one in the middle, two on the other side. You know, a lot of these units use just sheet metal screws, but these ES models are just have a little bit nicer touches in the components they're built with and how they're designed. And this is the same thing. So right now I've got some, let's see here, I got a input unit. Let's see, this one's, right, that is playing. I'm going to stop and I'll hit play. Okay. Alright, this is just some piano music from practice my son recorded on there. And I have that hooked to the CD inputs. I don't get any dings from YouTube. And I've got speakers hooked up to the B terminal. And I've got a CD player hooked to the DAT input. Let's see here. Play on that. Oops, that. So that's working. I just can't play that music too long. I'll get a copyright strike. So, but anyhow, some of the features here. This on-off button is just a click. It's not really one of those kind that you push in. So if I hit it, and yeah, it's just got a short throw on it. You can hear the relays kicking in. And then you got your speaker selection here for your A, B, off, or A plus B, so you can run them all at the same time. Headphone jack, and then you've got all your tuner memories here and tuner controls. And of course, these are just your input selectors here, and then it's got some surround, Pro Logic modes, delay modes, and then you can adjust your balance between those different speakers. The muting, just I don't want to turn that one on. Let's see here, the muting, it just lowers by like 20 dB.
Ooh la la.
Oh, that's my son. So, I'm not exactly sure what you use that for, but it just drops the audio level by 20 dB. So, then you got a direct source here. So you could basically bypass the tone controls, by using this. And then there's just your standard loudness on and off, and your balance left and right, and input, bass and treble. And you can balance the input too if you've got, if you're doing the tape deck type of thing on the input output. So, but anyway, yeah, it's a nice unit. It's not like I don't think it's a really sought after one, but I do like these ES models. They're made better than your typical Sony, and yeah, it's got a nice sound, And this thing will do 100 watts per channel into 8 ohms. I did run a test on the oscilloscope and a dummy load, and it's actually, I measured about 110 or so watts out, so it's really got some power. It's got a huge transformer in it, like I mentioned earlier, and yeah, nice unit. And yeah, thanks for reviewing.